Kazuk, please. Can you guys hear the kazoo? Because I can't. Is everything okay and I'm just crazy? Am I just insane? You can hear it? Okay, great. Your experience is what matters most. Have fun. Have fun. I'm just gonna sit here in silence. Hey everyone. So I've been busy. I've been very busy. Muted. I know. I fixed it. Don't worry. Don't worry. So, what have I been up to? Where are my clothes? I got some on. Don't worry. I got some on. I got you to cover me up today. My voice is doing a little bit better. I still got my fucking cough. But thankfully I've seen some doctors since last time, and thankfully I've had x-rays and stuff, and they've reassured me that everything's okay. I just need to be careful. But it's alright. I think it's gonna be fine. So, why am I naked? I'm not naked. It does look like that, but you know, I've been feeling very naked. I've been feeling very naked for a while. Okay, first of all, there's a lot I want to talk about. First of all, the main thing we need to address is that today is... I'm going to pick this microphone up, I want it closer to my face. Today is Kindred Day, which, for those of you who don't know, 522 is a very special number. 522 is a number that's very special to us because it's how many subscribers I said I was aiming to get when I first debuted, and it's also the population of my clan when it was destroyed back in 1616 odd. And nowadays we celebrate that number, and on the 22nd of May, that's 522, we have our honorary Kindred Day. So, as you might be able to tell by my setup, I'm in kind of bizarre circumstances at the moment. Things are very, very difficult, but I really wanted to take a moment to come hang out with you all and to say hi and to remind you all and let you know that I'm okay, and to reconnect and ask you how you're doing, because today is all about you after all. Because it's all about you, girl or boy, on your third Kindred Day. No, good, thank you very much for the super. So we're here to just chat, we're here to catch up, we're here to enjoy each other's company, and to celebrate on such a special day. And I'm really, really glad that I can have you around for this. Michiko, thank you for the Akasupa. Happy. So, let me tell you a story. Y'all, it's the first time I've said y'all in my entire life. Kairos, thank you very much. So, I am not at the monastery at the moment. I'm going to be going back at some point, but I'm going to be going back at some point, but I am going through some interesting circumstances at the moment. I'm very, very busy, but while I'm busy, obviously I'm away from that recording studio where I was able to stream, and so thankfully where I'm staying the internet is pretty good, and so today I went on a big excursion. Went on a big old excursion, and I found I basically just got an entirely new sort of semi-portable streaming setup. So I got a new mic. It's a USB mic this time, which means that I don't need to worry about bringing an audio interface with me. And I got a second monitor, even though I'm just off my laptop, because it just makes it so much easier to do everything. And I got a bunch of Ethernet cables, and I got a load of extra stuff. So this is the first time I've used a mic like this. It's an Audio Technica. I wouldn't normally use this. I prefer my regular mic, but it's pretty good from what I can tell for a USB mic. I think this is pretty good. Yes, still my trusty gaming laptop, which you can probably hear quite clearly in the background. This is as low as the fan noise is going to get, I'm afraid. Excuse me. Christ. I did my best to turn it down, but turning the fan noise down all the way, it makes it run very slow, and that's the last thing we want. Rinaria, thank you for the super happy Kindred Day. Mirodo daisuki. Kindred daisuki. Thank you very, very much. What else have we got? Thank you very much, Rinaria. That's really, really kind of you, darling. Thank you so much. Lots of remembers, people coming to wish their best, making me feel special again. Kiwei, thank you for the Akasupa. Remy for the 50 gifted, thank you so much. And Inez for the gifted as well. Thank you so much. So that's what I got up to today. So that's what I did. I was going to talk about something else. Oh yeah. So basically, I'm soft. I'm soft because I'm trying to rest my voice mostly. Efite, thank you for the gifted. So it's interesting. I've been going through kind of an interesting period recently because I've been so busy. My lips are sealed. I don't want to say too much, but I think that I don't think I've ever been quite as physically and mentally exhausted in a good way than I have in the past week. I think it might be the hardest I've worked in years. I loved every second of it, but it was crazy, an absolutely insane amount of work. But what I found is, since I got done and I had some time to relax, I kind of found that I was still in a working mode, you know? So when I got back to where I was staying, I immediately was like, oh, okay. And I did my laundry, and I cooked a meal for myself, and I organized my wardrobe, which is something that I have not done in a long time. And really, I think for a while I had kind of been blaming a lot of my productivity issues on other things, but I think in a sense I kind of just got used to taking lots of time for myself. I got used to resting to the point where I found it really, really difficult to work for a long time. But now that I'm used to it, because I had to, it feels like I'm kind of still in that productive mood. And, you know, I kind of feel like I want to do more stuff. I kind of want to get myself some new clothes, you know. I kind of want to, like, because, you know, I've been very naked for a while, and I'm starting to feel a little bit exposed, you know. I'm starting to feel a little bit exposed. Like, I've got you covering me up at the moment, but, you know, it's funny. Sonia, thank you very much for the super. Yuzyong, thank you very much. Salami Origami, thank you for the Akasupa. Happy 522. Wasn't able to send you last month. Wanted to thank you for being there for me. Aw, I wish it was better for me now, but at least you're here, and that's a little bit better. Godspeed, my favorite demon. Godspeed, thank you so much. I'll keep trying. I mean, that's really special to me, you know, because I'll tell you something. I think in a sense, for a while, I kind of treated my ADHD a little bit like, I kind of fell into that trap of treating it like an excuse, where if I felt like I couldn't work for a day, I would kind of run that excuse through my mind, like, oh, I'm dealing with this thing. But I've always been capable of working hard, and I think for a while, like, while I did need some rest, I think I was definitely developing some bad habits, but I'm starting to feel excited about sort of developing some better habits now. It's been a very, very difficult couple of months, and it's surprising to me that it's already been that long since I came out here. And the story I told you back in April, about a month ago, when when I told you about me coming to the monastery and all of that, there was a very, very, very concise abbreviation of everything that I went through to get there. I came out to Japan, to the monastery, a long time before I came out to Japan a long time before I actually reached it. And I have, God, just staying in all of these random little places, trying to find some place that I might be able to stream maybe, and then not being able to. Just the amount of different rooms that I've slept in, the amount of different places that I've been, the amount of rooms, some incredibly, some nice, some really not nice, and I don't know, it's been very exhausting, very, very exhausting. And at this point I'm just very excited to be home, you know, very excited to have a permanent base again, because I've just sort of been all over the place. You know, I'm supposed to, this outfit was something that I wore back when I was a true kind of wandering Ronin type, and I kind of feel like that way again now. You know, I'm all over the place, and thank God for NIJISANJI technology being able to patch out my beard if I'm feeling like I want to look a little soft, because sometimes where I'm at, shaving isn't always an option. But I don't know, I've been feeling like I want really badly to freshen up a little bit. I've been feeling like I want really badly to sort of, you know, what's that phrase they say about men? It's like, oh, he cleans up well. I want to clean up well, you know? I want to kind of, now that I'm in a productive mood, but I do actually have a little bit of spare time, I'm like, you know what, I want to kind of use that to sort this stuff out. So it's an interesting time, and I'm really lucky I've got you guys with me to support me through that. Roku, thank you very much. Rui, thank you. Nymeria Mercury, thank you. Layla with the gifted, thank you. Veronia, thank you so much. Mochi, thank you very much. Oh, happy birthday, happy birthday. It's a wonderful coincidence that that's your birthday. Kane, thank you for the gifted. Swing, thank you for the super, thank you so much. My phrase about men is that I kiss them. God, I wish that could be my phrase. Feeling significantly unkissed at the moment. Akuma, thank you very much. Thank God I've got a bottle of water on me. Gosh. So yeah, gosh, it's funny. There's a lot. There's a lot. This is so nice actually, because this mic, it's like, just got a little kind of like stand for the desk, because like I got some stuff, but I didn't want to go crazy and get like a whole mic arm and stuff, because I got to bring it home with me, remember? But this one's got like a little desk stand, and it's far away from my face, but there's something about like picking up the mic and kind of talking into it. I don't know, it feels really nice. Hey, what's up? You alright? Tee. Oh, I'm gonna miss that when I get home. Pochi, thank you very much for the super. Congratulations on graduating from college. That's fantastic. I hope to keep encouraging you. It doesn't stop here. You got lots more to get on with. Hope you can rest well, and and keep working hard, and I'll be there to encourage you through that as well. Bella, thank you very much. Yeah, it's like there's a lot I want to talk about, but obviously I need to kind of stay tight-lipped about some things. Okay, because it's Kindred Day, what I want to take today to do is to reassure you, and also to kind of like, I feel like I don't like need to properly apologize, but I need to kind of acknowledge that, like, even though I didn't mean to, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of typical of me to show up and say, hey, I'm returning to streaming full time, and then to disappear for another 3 weeks. I didn't want to, but it's like, I feel like I should have known better, you know, because I knew I had like this cough, and I knew I had some work coming up that I wouldn't be able to stream through. But then for me, I always, whenever I kind of am about to go into difficult circumstances or I'm about to travel, I always assume that I'll be able to sort it out. I always assume that I'm going to be able to do it, and I'm going to be able to stream anyway. But it's rarely the case. It's rarely the case. Gosh. And Connie, thank you very much for the super. Connie, thank you for the Aka super. Happy to see you again. Listening to your voice makes me soft. Little kiss for me. Thank you so much. Anime Freak, thank you. Glad I can help. Kamaki, thank you very much. But yeah. God. It's really, really difficult. But yeah, all I want to say is that over the past kind of few months, I've learned a lot about myself, and I've learned a lot about what I want to do in the future. And before you panic, it is this. I promise you. I've told you all 1,000 times that I want to stay in Niji for the foreseeable future, and that is absolutely true. And the foreseeable future is a long, long time for me, for a guy like me. So that's not what I mean. I don't mean I'm thinking of going elsewhere. I will be staying, absolutely. But I think I'm figuring out more and more about what the future looks like, and it makes me very excited. There's a lot I want to be able to talk about, but I will be able to talk about it in a better way later on. So all I want you to do is not panic, because my plan, like I've already said, my plan is basically to finish this next big thing, and then once that's done, I really want to chill and relax and stream a lot for the rest of the year. And one thing that I'm really excited about is I want to do another charity stream. I really desperately want to do another charity stream. I'm feeling like quite emotional today, and the thought of doing a charity stream like made me emotional again. But I really want to do a charity stream in support of underprivileged children's education, because we talked about that on stream a little while ago, and the moment it occurred to me, I was like, I have to do that, because I think about this kind of shit all the time. I think that would be a really, really nice thing. So hopefully we can find a nice international charity that kind of supports children all over the world. And I have some ideas for how to make it fun, and I have some ideas for how to really push for stuff. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So I think you should get excited, because not only is there like some fun stuff that I've been working on that's coming, but after that, I want to be able to stream a lot more. And I say that all the time, but I really think that after this next thing, I'm sick of having all these false starts, you know. Hopefully that will have been long enough for me to get over this cough, and hopefully it will have been long enough that hopefully I could be back home and getting on with and back in sort of like a permanent setting where streaming isn't like a massive ordeal to do every time, or I've got to like book and pay and organize stuff and commute and all of that, when I can just get back home and do what I do best. I'm really looking forward to it. And it shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't be too long. Kumaki, thank you very much. I love you too. Avis, thank you very much for the Akasupa. So happy to see you. Made a Voxan Live 2D model for you and Kindred to play with. Thank you, Avis, and I have seen it, and it's incredible. I watched the video of it. I'm not able to use it myself, at least not on stream, but I might play with it a little bit offline. And I will admit to you, right? When I was watching it, I was like, man, this is really great. This is great work. And then it swapped to like the RuneScape outfit, and I was like, the way I felt so gagged, I was like, oh my god. So you did very, very well. Thank you for your incredible work. A live 2D model with that kind of rigging is not easy. You did a lot of work for that. Angie Chang, thank you very much for the super. Mianya, thank you for the Akasupa. And happy birthday, of course, to Onigiri. Happy birthday to Mr. Onigiri, the greatest right-hand man. The greatest. Wherever he may be at this moment, I hope that he is well. Cap, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Saisei Seki and Koya for the gifted. Thank you both very, very much. Yana, oh, the rainbow, this month is your birthday and Kindred Day. Wish you and Kindred happiness. Have a big smile. Thank you. Sabina, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it. It's quite nice to talk so softly for once, instead of yelling all the time. Paying, thank you. Yana, for continuing the rainbow. Thank you so much. No matter what happens, may your heart be strong and overcome every obstacle, sorrow, and fear. I hope so. I hope so. Miso, thank you. Kindred Day omedeto mirodo. I love you. Thank you very much, Miso. Sabina Kai, thank you for the gifted. Yana, thank you for the super. My throat is feeling especially irritated. All of a sudden I was fine all day today and I was suddenly just going crazy. Whoa! Money fell out of my goddamn wallet. Sorry for the jump scare. Yana, thank you very much. Met your lovely friends in the community. They're very nice to me. And that's good. You know what I mean? Thank you for the gifted. The odd girl, thank you so much. No apologies needed. I know. But still, I feel like I should have known better and maybe should have waited a little bit longer. I mean, you know, more streams, well, at least, you know, stream the same amount, but should have, IRL super, somebody came in, somebody jumped into the window and dropped some coins at my feet. You know, but I know it's okay, but I kind of wish, it's in my nature to kind of make a load of big promises that I, at the time, absolutely intend on fulfilling tenfold, and then shit just happens. Yana, thank you very much. And for the Akasupa as well. This year I'll do more of what I love and be happy and hopeful to meet you at a meet and greet someday. Of course, you can give me a little kiss on the forehead. Can you give some words or phrases to you? Use it for your new tattoos design. Ooh. That's powerful. That's a powerful gift to get to choose the words on your tattoo. If you are getting a tattoo in my words, are you going to get it in my handwriting? I mean, it's a big commitment, and I wouldn't want to actively encourage anyone to do that, because a tattoo is for life, you know. But when people have done that, it's like, wow, makes me feel very flattered. If you give me 1 second, I'm just going to mute and cough properly, because I'm going nuts here. What do you mean you like the coughs? What do you mean you like the coughs? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Ew. Okay. Yana, because you're talking about working hard and doing what you believe in. If you want to get a tattoo, tattoo the words, tomorrow is another day. Okay? Because it's a very special phrase, that. It's very special. Tori, thank you very much. you use this wish to make your health better? I hope so. I hope so. I'm really sick of coughing all the time. Nick Osaka, thank you very much. Oh, it was great to meet you at the meet and greet. Yeah, it was a really lovely surprise. I'm so glad you could come out. It's a long, long way to go, but I'm glad you were there. Sabu, thank you very much. Katie Kane, Emiraki, thank you. Sai, Sana, thank you very much. Serayuna, thank you very much. Nana, Beatrice, thank you. Voxagra, and Na, thank you very much. Hope you like the pic of you and Fuchan as has-been hotel characters. I haven't seen that yet, but it sounds brilliant. Unless I'm silly and I've forgotten. It, but, you know. So yeah, what was I going to say? What was I going to say earlier? I've got lots of exciting, interesting plans, and it's funny. It's funny because I mean, I don't know. It is quite funny because what I've found is that over the past, like, really almost the entire past year, I've had all of these big ideas for things to do, and they've been great, and soon you'll get to see one of the next big things that I've been doing. But it is quite funny to me that a lot of what I choose to do kind of pulls me away from streaming, which is what I was hired to do, which is quite funny. So I think what will be quite interesting, I think what would be quite nice is if once that's done, I can try to focus on streaming and trying to do sort of more interesting things and putting a lot more of my energy into streaming at the same time, you know? I think, like, for me, what I really want to do is to find a balance between doing stuff that is like well planned and is like kind of like an event, you know, like I could like big collabs and stuff, or like creative concepts for streams and stuff like that. But then I also want to focus on, like, to be honest, it's really fascinating to look back at how much you, and I think it's important to talk about this on Kindred Day, because it's important to talk about how much you have helped me grow, you know? It's important to realize how much you have changed me, because there was a while ago when I was in a darker place when I said that I didn't want to be comforting for people anymore. And I regret saying that, because I've always liked being comforting for people. And when the next big thing comes out, we'll be able to talk about this kind of thing in more detail. But I've learned a lot about myself, and I think that I have grown quite a lot, and I've grown a lot because of you. And I'm really, really grateful for that. I think I understand a lot better, you know, what I need to do and what I do best. And yeah, you know, again, I'm going to touch on these subjects in a really interesting way, let's say. But I don't want to say too much, but all I wanted to say is essentially that I do want to be a comforting presence in people's lives, and I want to be you know, a good influence on people, and I want to make them happy. And so I think that the plan for the rest of the year is to do lots of interesting big ideas with streaming specifically, and also to provide plenty of space for us to relax together. I think that's really what I want to do, because spending time in this way is really special to me, I think. Maybe it's because I've missed it, you know. Avis, thank you very much. My sister has a cough for no reason, like you. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Stress related. That would also make sense. It kind of did. It kind of did spring into action. I started getting the cough when I was quite stressed, so I don't know. Maybe it's a curse, but we'll see. I was told by the doctor, it's like, yeah, this thing will just go away randomly at one point. And I'm like, oh, great. Haru, thank you very much. Aini, thank you so much. Kelly Kane, thank you. I want to share a special experience at my first blood donation a few days ago. Ooh, got an email. They told me that your blood had been given to other patients for saving their lives. Giving blood is a really noble thing to do. Giving blood is a really wonderful thing to do. I actually haven't given blood myself before because I don't think my blood would be terribly compatible with human blood. But I could certainly try. I could certainly try and go and see if it would work. But I don't know if it would work. I've got red blood just like everyone else. You know, I get pink in the face when someone says they think I'm handsome. But I don't know if it would like... They look at my blood type and they're like, I don't like anything we've ever seen. What's in here? It's not DNA. It's USA. Rem, thank you very much. I missed you. I've actually had many good things happen lately, one of which was being able to take up education. And thanks to you and Kindred for inspiring me. It's like... I watched this quite funny, what was it? It was like an Onion sketch where it's like this fake, like a comedy. It's like a fake news interview where this girl is saved from a burning building by a fireman who like tragically loses his life, and then on the news thing, they ask like, so what are you gonna do to make up for the loss of this man's life? And she's like, what do you mean? And it's like, well, you know, this man was a hero and he's dead because he wanted to save your life. Now, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do to make up for that loss? And she's like, I'm going to college. And they're like, why? And they said this line that was like, you know, yeah, it's like, you know, if you go through your whole life without saving someone else's life, that's a net loss. And you know, obviously it was pretty funny. But then thinking about that, I was like, man, you know, I feel like I have saved lives in a way. You know, I've heard so many people in supers saying like, yeah, you know, you helped me so much and did so much, and it's like, wow, maybe it's not a net loss. I wonder if I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, we'd have to look at the statistics. I wonder if the amount of people, Now there's a good idea. If I'm going to be on this earth no matter what, I'm going to be on this earth no matter what, I need to find some way of coping with the fact that I have killed so many people and that makes me feel bad. What if I make it my mission to verifiably save more lives than I've taken so that I can even it all out? What if that's how I feel better about this? You know? What if that's how I do it better? I'm getting so many ones. Oh. What if I could be like a superhero? You know? I don't know, it'd be dangerous, but I'd like to try. Even if I'm a superhero from my office. Maybe I could be a real one. You never know. I do have some pretty superpowers. Hey babe, thank you very much. Noah, thank you for the Akasupa. And Wallflower, thank you for the Akasupa. Being here has been a fun experience, and I wish I had the words to express more of my fondness. Otanashi, thank you. Lovecake, thank you very much for the super. Only just now waking up. Thank you for bringing us together. This community has been such a blessing. We give you a reason to keep going every day. I love all of you, and I love all of you. Thank you. You have the right not to be a Superman. What if I want to be a Superman? I think that'd be pretty cool, you know? I think that'd be pretty cool. I feel feel like if I was a superhero, I'd be coded a lot like I feel like I'd be coded a lot like Moe from the end of that one Simpsons episode where he turns Homer into a boxer. You know the one? Fuck me. You know the one where Homer is diagnosed with a completely unique genetic disorder called Homer Simpson syndrome, which means that his brain is covered in like a lot more fluid than normal, and he physically is impossible to hit down by punching him. And so Moe just turns him into a boxer, where his strategy is just to not do anything. He just stands there and takes an enormous beating, and then they get really tired, and he just pokes them and they fall over. And then at the end of that, Moe saves him from a fight with Drederick Tatum by like flying away with the fan, and then they're like, Moe, where are you going? And he's like, nowheres in particular. I just need some time to think. And he randomly just goes around with this fan and like, you know, saves a bunch of people from like forest fires and stuff. But it's got this like really sad music playing. You know, he's like a man who had all of this potential and all of this potential as a boxer, and then, you know, he got old and he got ugly. I got old, I didn't get ugly. And then he kind of, you know, found a way to do some good. He saved one life, and he couldn't stop himself from saving more lives. So I feel like the vibe would be like that, you know. I've got lots of ideas for fun things I want to do, and maybe we can sort that out. I want to do more charity work as well. Like I've already got the idea for doing the children's charity, but there are so many. So I want to work hard on making it an interesting event like the last two, and hopefully organizing it far enough in advance that we can get lots more people involved, because I had so much fun on the SAG-AFTRA stream, but I didn't give people nearly enough notice, and we didn't have as many collaboration members as we could have because of my disorganization. God, thank you very much. Seki, thank you very much. Listening to calming RuneScape music, hey, it always helps me. Will you agree to marry me if a wedding theme prepared a RuneScape wedding? Yeah, I dig it. Walking down the altar. Da 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 da. Yuki, thank you for the Akasupa, so kind of you. Ame Grill, thank you. Mafia Gravity, Emiraki, thank you so much. I told you before, but your talks helped me leave a 7-year toxic relationship. I remember, yeah. Discovering my special interest in Plastic Cow. Also, seriously, the fact that such a personal project of mine, Plastic Cow, that's basically just, you know, a little story I told and expressed in a certain way. You know, I had a weird week and I told you guys about it in like I wrote a script for that. The fact that that's like really connected with you, that is so special to me. That's so special to me. Blue Grin, thank you. Evan, thank you very much. Venus, thank you so much. Thank you for accompanying me for almost 3 years. Couldn't finish my degree with the best result I can imagine without you. Oh. Well, it doesn't stop here, like I said. There's a lot more to do, and I hope I can be there to support you through that as well. See, that's what I'm talking about, is that I empathize with myself before, where I said that, you know, it's like stuff that's challenging and dark can be comforting in its own way, and while I still believe that, I think that there's room to do that in a better way, you know? There's room to create, there's room to tell my story in a way that is still kind of effective and disturbing in the right places and in the right ways, and still, you know, has that impact, but also that doesn't kind of reach in and pull people out of what was before, you know, what was before a space that was purely comforting. So I think I understand a lot better now what I need to do. It's so difficult because I feel like, you know, remember I've been spending a lot of my time meditating, literally, and just thinking. And I feel like I understand all of this so much better, but it's so difficult because I want to talk about all of that in, you know, in a really special way, when the time is right, which won't be long. I want to be able to talk about it all right now with all of the ways that I've been kind of like examining myself, but I don't think now is the right time, even though it feels like it is right now. I know I just need to give it a bit of time. But you're all going to be very impressed, I'm sure. You're going to be very impressed. Salami, met you at a low point in my life, and you and Kindreds gave me meaning to make it through. Oh. Hell yeah, you don't have to put up with that shit. You can leave whatever job you want. You can find whatever you need. You understand your worth. It's wonderful. Chilik, thank you. Tomo, thank you very, very much. So, what else is there to talk about? What else is there to talk about right now? I'm really enjoying this talk for Kindred Day especially, because it's so nice to be able to talk about how you've changed me and how you've changed each other. You know? Like, we're getting so many stories today, not just about how some of you might have been struggling, and some of you found like a community and you found a purpose because you know, had a way to relax with my streams, but also you found a lot of comfort in each other, you know, and in this community, and that's really special to me too. I think this is important to have today. Oh no, I am feeling very emotional today. I just, you know, I have been. There's a lot of very interesting, special things happening. A lot of very special things going on. I'm gonna scooch my chair and I'm kind of... I need to fix my posture. Yeah, there we go. It's fucking stupid. I just leaned into my mic and went... Holly Jelly Paka, thank you very much. Health and... Oh, losing your job has been rough. Oh. More importantly, Kindred have softened the fall. You only encourage us to be our best. Thank you. Akatsuki, thank you very much. Jenny Alex, thank you for the gifted. Unshrimp. Unshrimping is really, really hard. Unshrimping is really hard. Can't wait to go back and see my fucking osteopath again. I miss my osteopath. Mostly, he was a nice guy. I mostly miss my osteopath because of the effect that he had on fixing my back and my posture. It's definitely very nice. It turns out unshrimping doesn't actually work. Like, no matter how much you try to straighten up, it doesn't actually fix your posture. You know, there are all sorts of parts of your body that affect your posture, like your stance, the way you stand, your legs, all of it. Like, they do like deep tissue muscle massages to try and even out your posture, and they can massage your legs and it can fix your posture. It's crazy. Yui, thank you for the Akasupa. Happy 522. Congrats on cooking through some pretty big stuff. You've been working hard. I'm so happy for you to see you working so hard and with so much passion. I hope you get some rest afterwards and all goes well with your work and life. I hope you succeed. Well, I already have succeeded. I'm in an amazing, wonderful place, and yeah, I hope I succeed with all that I'm planning to do. But yeah, I hope that everybody manages to find their success. Damien, thank you. Lying in bed today due to, oh no, chronic pain. This is just what I need today. Keep smiling every day because you look very handsome and I love you. Have a kiss with you. Of course you can. Cloudy, thank you very much. And Sai, thank you so much. Planning to check. Ooh. Interesting. Now, Sai, that sounds really interesting. You should go with whatever you like. These are both really cool names. Can't stop thinking about that bull tweet. Can't wait to see what you've cooked. Yeah, well, what is that about? I'm going to give you a little hint, okay? The hint is essentially that there is no conceivable way that you could actually make a reasonable prediction based on that emoji. That is there for me, and it is there for you to look back on when you know what I'm teasing there. Okay? There is no thinking about the connection between that emoji and the next project I've cooked up. It is so loose. So, you know, don't worry. Like, if you feel like you can't figure it out, if you feel like you can't figure it out, don't worry. Faith Stricker, thank you. I've met you at a very, very low. You and Kindred help me smile and laugh when I need to. Thank you. I'm glad I could have done that for you. And I think that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I feel like I'm understanding that a lot better now. Jenny Alex, thank you very much. I was happy to meet you too at Anime Impulse. It was a lovely, lovely meet and greet. God. Yeah, the meet and greets were really, really nice. The meet and greets were lovely. It was so nice to meet everybody. The brazen bull now. Well, not really. Although, no. See, I'm fucking with you now. Giardi, thank you very much. I see. Hey, there are always other meet and greets. There are always other meet and greets. Don't worry. There will be a time. There will be a time when you can get to meet me. What do you mean? I'm mostly thinking in a metaphorical sense. So I wouldn't worry about it. God, it's really difficult to keep my fucking mouth shut. It's really fucking difficult to keep my mouth shut right now. It's okay. All you need to know is that it's gonna be sick, okay? It's gonna be sick. Olivia, thank you for the akasupa. I feel so honored being in this community with all of these lovely people. I have to change my job passwords monthly. Aww. Kindred and Fox Akuma is always the password of your heart. Happy to have met you again and can't wait for your cooking. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Yui, thank you. I feel like I haven't sent you a super in a long time. Just now I'm so nervous. My heart is beating so fast, just like the first time. Shh. Oh, I like this mic. Shh. Don't worry about it. It's alright. I got you. I changed mic only temporarily. This is a streaming setup I went out and bought literally today. Went out and bought this today. Grabbed all this stuff and just made it and just got it today. You know what I've been thinking? It's actually mad, to finally sort of reach a point of self-awareness where I feel like I can actually understand some things about myself. So a big one, right, is right now I'm kind of getting the urge, when I get back home, when I get all my stuff back, because obviously I don't have my ASMR mic with me. I'm like, you know, I kind of want to do an ASMR stream again, because I literally haven't done one since the Demon Hungers came out. I haven't done a single one. I'd like to do another one. I'm not sure what it would be like. I'm not sure what the plan would be, but I kind of miss doing that, you know? There's a part of me that I think really enjoyed that. But I'll tell you, I think one of the reasons why I didn't do them for a while is I think I saw like one tweet a while ago that was like, yeah, hopefully he doesn't feel the need to do ASMR streams anymore, or something like that. And I think I just immediately like internalized that as like, I shouldn't do them anymore. You know? It's mad. Because I don't know. It's like, I feel like I don't really make those decisions for myself. It feels like I just see information somewhere and I just internalize it and that just becomes part of my decision-making process. It's really weird. I literally got one guide, you know? It's mad. But I think a big way that I want to improve is I really, really, really need to cut down on my social media consumption, like hard, really hard. Because like I think one of the things that affects me the most is like, it reminds me of the fact that like when I first started in Niji, like right after debut, I didn't really understand much about social media and I didn't follow very many people. And so sometimes there was like really minor fandom drama, you know, there were like little bits and pieces, like maybe there was something that was like, you know, a tiny little thing. And then the thing is, right, sometimes I heard about it, but sometimes I didn't. And the big thing is that because I never went looking for it, it never affected me at all. And like minor drama among fans, usually if you start like worrying about it and if you go out of your way to try and fix it, it kind of exacerbates the problem. It kind of makes it worse. It almost makes those minor issues more likely to pop up, and they seem a lot bigger than they are. And now I've kind of fallen into this bad habit of like very concerned, you know, I'm always like really worried and checking everything and being like, is everything all right? And then I see one person say a thing, I'm like, oh fuck, you know. It's like I'm a very sensitive person, and I tend to like read very far into the things that people say, and I also value other people's opinions a lot more than I value my own. And so I think another way that I really want to improve, and this is another thing that I've realized from all my time, you know, out on the cliff, is realizing like I just need to learn to trust myself a little bit more. I just need to learn to trust myself a little bit more, because I think I've always had a good idea of what I need to do. I just tend to, you know, if I hear other points of view, I tend to kind of throw my own out of the window, you know? And I think that's going to help me stay motivated a lot more. What I'm trying to do right now, I'm not trying to trauma dump, I'm not trying to vent or anything, right? What I want to do is to kind of reassure you a little bit. Because I think like, I don't know, I feel like I've kind of like, there's been a Sani Brisco, Sogi Biscuito, welcome to the fucking stream, brother. Thank you very much for the raid. Mr. Biscuit, come on in. It's just having a conversation about some of my habits and how I aim to break them. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just been something that's affected me more in the past year, I think, than has affected me, or the past, like, I would say not just past year, but past like sort of 12, 18 months or so, is like kind of getting really worried about what's on social media. And sort of seeing one person say one thing and thinking, oh shit, the world is ending. When really it's just like, I don't know, it's the kind of thing that would just come and go normally. You know, discourse is normal and I can't like let it affect me a lot of the time. I just got to kind of go ahead with stuff, and if there is like a major issue and something that does genuinely need to be addressed, I'll probably hear about it anyway. You know, I don't need to go checking if there's going to be something that's bad. So that's another main thing. And hopefully, I think really what I want to do is that I would like to, I think now that I've had like a lot of time to rest this year, and also now that I think I kind of get what's going on more, and I'm not going to have like 1,000 different pieces of I mean, I'm always going to have offline work to do, but not nearly as much as I have had this year. I think I'm just going to have a lot more room and a lot more time to sort out exactly what I'm doing in my life. You know, I can sort out my health. I really desperately want to get back into cooking, you know? And not cooking in the metaphorical or making a project sense, cooking in the making dinner. Pardon me. Goodness gracious. I really want to get back into cooking because I used to love cooking so much. And it's so much better for you to cook. But I think it was like the stress from making the Demon Hungers, around that time, in the months, you know, there was like all the boys went to Japan last year. We and that was where we had like the that collab where we were all chatting, and then Uki was like, oh my god, shut up. Like from that point, literally until now, I have barely cooked anything for myself. I've been having takeout literally basically every single day, and it's awful for you. It is so bad for you, and I can feel the effect that's having on my health, but I think I just kind of worked myself into this like state of stress that I just couldn't shake. I was always so tired. I was always so tired. And I think it kind of, obviously that exacerbates itself. If you don't eat well, you will inevitably, you know, if you don't eat well, you'll be less tired. And the more tired you are, the less likely you are to be able to cook. Yeah. So, but I'm excited actually. I want to break out my classic, my old-fashioned, my traditional wok. I want to re-season that. I want to make sure that it's like, you know, really, really nice and good. And I want to make like some proper food again. I want to really get into cooking again because I miss it a lot. And just the other day, it's like I suddenly just had the urge to cook for the first time in a long time. I just suddenly, out of nowhere, felt the urge to cook, and I made myself some fried rice. Literally just out of nowhere. It was like, I didn't have many ingredients to work with, but I still made it, and I cooked it up, and I was like, damn, this is actually pretty damn good, and it was so easy to do as well, you know. And, you know, it's like, I kind of wanted to keep doing it. I wanted to cook a little bit more, right? And I want to do that more. It's like I can see, okay. That's a nice idea. That is a really nice idea, actually. I've just thought of something, okay? There's no way that we can, like, verify this or make it specific or anything, you know. But what I would like to do, I think, once this next little weird period is over and I get back home and I'm able to stream often again, what I would like to do, let's hold each other accountable, okay? So, in all the times that I stream, whether it's like a fun collab or whether it's like a big kind of gaming stream or whether it's like something that's soft and relaxing, let's hold each other accountable, because I will be trying to improve my health and my energy levels a little bit. I'm going to be cooking more often. I'm going to be trying to look after myself. And you surely have some goals of your own. So what I'd like to do is, yeah, maybe I can just start like opening a stream with like, hey, what did I do today? Well, you know, I woke up at this time, I went and I got this, I went and I did this and this and this. And I want to ask you, what did you do today? Because today is Kindred Day, and it's all about the impact that we have on each other. I think that's a nice idea. I quite like that. See if I can remember to do that. Day in the life of Vox Akuma. One of these days it's going to happen. One of these days I'm going to do that stream. Thank you very much, Mio, for the super. I love you too. Connie, thank you very much. Remy for the gifted, thank you. Shana, thank you so much. Happy Kindred Day. Kivara, thank you so much for the Akasupa. Happy birthday for next week. Hope you feel well and happy every day. Looking forward to what you're cooking. Thank you so much. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting. I gotta stop talking about it because I'm gonna spoil it and I don't want to do that. Love Cake, thank you so much. Psychelia, thank you for the Akasupa. Miss you too. Taru, thank you so much. Just hope you know that your presence alone in any shape or form is the greatest comfort of all. Thank you for all of your hard work for bringing us all together. Love you lots, Pops. Hope the cough gets better soon. Thank you. Hope so too. I really hope it gets better. It's so fucking annoying. Winter, thank you. Bought a FNAF coloring book. My goal is to complete one recipe from them. Good. I expect to hear back from you when you have completed that recipe. Maybe by then you will have a new goal to cook something else. And so, FNAF shall save your life. Is it a phlegm cough? Or yeah, it's just, from what I know, it's like a seasonal thing where you get sick once and then your body just has a cold so it can fight the infection. And then, over time, you get exposed to more infections and then the cold just kind of stays there to try and fight them off because your immune system is a bit weaker while it's like that. So they call it the 100-day cough because it just kind of keeps going. And I'm like, why now? Why? Why did I have to get this now? For me, streamer man, 100-day cough. Fuck you. Fuck you. You twat. Thank you. Stella, thank you so much. Jesse, thank you for the Akasupa. Thank you for being by my side. Ooh, money for Macallan 12. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ooh, I have thought about something I really, really want to do. I really want to do like a tasting stream with like the others, you know, as like a collab. I'd really like to do a stream where I can like get the others to try some things that I like, because you remember like a couple of years ago, back when we all did like the Paris off collab, where we there were like 3 different tasting off collabs, where Nina did one, and then Mika did one, and then Prof did one, and it was really, really fun. I kind of want to try something like that, but with some like acquired tastes that I really like. So we could do caviar, and we could do whiskey, and we could do like and we could do maybe tea as well. I've had a bit of I have like a soft spot for fine tea as well. Maybe some coffee as well. I'd be really interested to see what people feel about it, you know, because it's like I remember a while ago, like a long time ago, going to karaoke with some of the others, and we had some champagne, and Luca did not like champagne. He was like, dude, champagne. And I was like, I saw him holding it. I'm such a cunt for this, but it's so funny. I saw him holding the champagne glass like by the he was holding the champagne glass like by the body, not by the stem. And I was like, bro, you know, it's only because like you're warming up the champagne, it's not going to taste good. You want to hold it by the stem. And everybody made fun of me. Like, I have to hold the champagne by the stem and not by the thing. And yes, it is snooty and it's snobbish to tell someone how to hold their champagne glass. But champagne is a wonderful drink. And I think it was Moet, like that's expensive shit. I don't know who got that round of champagne for everybody. I can't remember, but that is expensive champagne. And to watch someone just hold it like that and fucking ruin it, I was like, bro. So I'd be interested to know how a person, the various different people I could do a collab with might interact with that. Because I feel like, for example, like we're talking about Luca, I feel like Luca just wouldn't vibe with any of it at all. But do you remember the ASMR stream I did with Ike, where he tried caviar for the first time and he was like, oh, that's fire. Like, that's fire, dude. Like, I feel like he would have a bit more of like a palate for these kinds of things. And maybe Shu as well. The thing about Shu is he always says that he's like a lightweight, So if we wanted to try like alcohol together, it's like, I think one of the things about me, since I decided I was like, I haven't quit like alcohol entirely, but I've quit drinking, like drinking to get drunk. But because I am a bit of a heavyweight, I can have like a proper glass of whiskey without getting tipsy, which is really, really nice for me because I love, love, love whiskey for the taste. And what's so wonderful about that is like I can go to dinner and I can have like a glass of cognac with dessert and I don't have to worry about, breaking my New Year's resolution because it just doesn't, one glass is not going to affect me. But it's still a strong drink. So for other people, it's like, I would worry about that. But it'd be quite funny. Yeah, no, I always have my whiskey neat. I don't really like whiskey with ice. Misa, thank you very much for the Akasupa. I've grown because of you. My goal now is to continue learning English. Very good, very good. And I really want to get back to, I was going to do it this year, but I struggled. I really want to learn, get back to learning Japanese, because I made a little bit of progress, before, but I just think it would be wonderful to learn a new language without needing to kill somebody, and also just to be able to do that, to kind of learn one and then retain it permanently. I can read katakana pretty easily and pretty quickly, but then when it comes to hiragana and actually knowing, the phrases, how to communicate with people like that, that's tricky for me. But I'll get there, hopefully. Lulu Elf, thank you for the Akasupa. Meeting you and Kindred make me a better version of myself. Love you and thank you. I love you too. Thank you so much, Lulu Elf. Mafia Gravity, thank you very much. No, we've also got it. I've heard a lot of people are getting it this year. Chelling, Cloudy, thank you very much. Happy I got to inspire you. And Rusty Worm, thank you so much. Love you too. Toya, Miroda Daisuki, thank you very much. I don't understand. Pardon. Oh, yeah, sorry. Pardon me. Oh, do you know what Yui, speaking of cognac, just recently, I tried Hennessy for the first time, and that shit is really good. And that shit is really, really nice. Really, really nice cognac. I had never tried it before, but I loved it. And it's so funny because Hennessy is like such like a club thing, 3, 2, 1, girls want to have fun. Exactly, right? Like, I had never tried it before, but it is just a very, very fine drink. It is really lovely. Henry. Don't be horrid, Henry. Foxyberry, thank you so much. Belgrade, thank you. And gloves. Interesting how, for guys, katakana is easier to learn, while for girls, it's hiragana. That is interesting, because for me, I find katakana very easy. But I guess that's because my association with it is different, because, when I read katakana I can try and it's like a puzzle. I'm just trying to figure out, oh, what loan word is this trying to say? You know. Kosu. Stato. You know, I'm like, oh, start, you know. Melon soda. Oh, melon soda. Easy. Or like on my absolute favorite drink, the goat Pocari Sweat. The source of all the ions I need. Ion supply. Ion supply, of course. Where else am I going to get my ions from? You already tried Hennessy before. Good. Good. I think it was a special kind that I had. It was really nice. Lumos, thank you very much for the super. Wish I had a better way to describe how being a kindred helps me reconnect with the world and how precious your existence is. Thank you for gathering all these wonderful individuals together. Yes, I've gathered them together. And now I'm going to make them have a really wonderful experience. I'm not going to eat them. No, not at all. Can you read? Of course I can. Banana. Banana. Yeah, katakana is fairly easy for me at this point. I just need to learn how to actually... Ritero coin! Ritero coin! I'll always remember that. I'll always remember. Kawaii! I'll always remember the taxi driver where I dropped my change. He said, sumimasen, sumimasen! Ritero coin! And I was like, oh, arigatou gozaimasu. Whiskey. Thank you, Youngji. Whiskey. Hopukon. Wait. Haston. No. Not right now. I'm doing a stream. Ritero coin. Yeah, no. Yeah, katakana is fairly easy, but I struggle with some. It's the line. It's the little line that like denotes kind of a longer sound, you know? Like that, sometimes that can trip me up a little bit, but the rest of the time I think it's alright. Gorilla. I love katakana. I think there's something about katakana and loan words that is immensely charming to me. You know, seeing like a culture and a language that is so far different from English that it needs to kind of use a different alphabet to because language changes the way your brain works, you know, in order to make English make sense, it needs to be processed through something that makes it easier for someone who speaks Japanese to understand. But there's something about me as an English speaker seeing those loan words that like I just love the way they're pronounced. I think it's very, very fascinating how that's done and how it's like, yeah, all the same sounds you would find in hiragana just processed in a way to say something that sounds like an English word, but then it makes sense to a Japanese speaker. It's really fascinating stuff, and I always find it so sweet and so charming. Daddy daisuki. Clever girl. Oh, of course, fast kitchen, Faki. Kindred. Steven Spielberg des. Steven Spielberg des. Demon Road. That was great. Steven Spielberg des. Konnichiwa. Steven Spielberg des. Sugoi. You're all very sweet. You're all very sweet. You know, sometimes I kind of wish there wasn't this ugly, violent connotation to me joking about eating people, you know, because I've done that. I've done that in the metaphorical soul sense far too many times for me to make jokes about it. But when I look at you, the what goes into my mind is like that Twitter stan thing of God, I want to put you in my mouth. It's like, you know, the whole like cute aggression thing. I can't stand it. Just like sending me loads of like katakana and being like, say this, say that, and I'm like, gorita. But what if no? Down, bad, ew, get away, get away. You don't want this smoke. You don't want that smoke, buddy. You don't want that at all. Mueco, Manto, thank you very much. Mio, thank you. Neither is your native language. Yeah, I imagine that would be quite tricky if neither was if you weren't native in Japanese or English. You have to jump back and forth between English and Japanese. Yeah, no, that would be quite tricky, I can imagine. Teehee, thank you. Onion, thank you very much. Surukula, thank you so much. What else we got? I'm having fun reading these. I'm having quite a lot of fun reading these. Majide, is that? I recognize Nihon. Is it? Majide, Nihon, I don't recognize that character. I've seen it before. What is that? Let me Google that. What is that? Can I Google, can you translate that one character for me? I really want to be able to read that. Help me out here. Help me out here, Google. Oh, I don't know if that's going to tell me the right thing. Something. Ninaru tome chakoi. I don't know what that means, but thank you. I'm doing my best out here. Dadichiru. What was the one there? Was it Papa Tsukuite? I might be getting it wrong. That's vaguely what I remember from when Millie, Enna, and Luca did that one thing, that voice note a while back. Is that what that means? Or did I get it wrong? Is it Papa? Did I get it right? Or would it be Papa? I see. I can't pronounce it anymore. Ochitsuite. Papa I actually can't pronounce it anymore. Now that I know there's an O in front of it, I can't say it anymore. I mean, it sounds wrong and horny. I mean, yeah, saying Daddy Chell, like, that's still, you know, it's not like an entirely normal thing to say to someone. Just because in English, you know. Jello, thank you very much. It's a name I can't read, but thank you very much. Arigato. Kawaii tensai. It's me, thank you very much. Nodam. Still haven't got my driver's license now. My driving practice was cut short by that horrible accident last year, but hopefully I'll get back to it soon. 80, thank you. That's something I've been thinking, right? It's like, I think after a while I learned to enjoy being really tall again. But I think the unfortunate reality of the situation is that when I get to this size, I'm so clumsy. Like, I'm clumsy normally at 178 centimeters. I'm tripping over myself. I'm falling all over the place all the time. I'm a very clumsy person. I fall over things all the time. I drop things. But can you imagine how clumsy I am at 220? Can you imagine a clumsy, stupid-ass, Shaquille O'Neal-sized man? Bruh. It's a lot to cope with. So, I don't know. It's like, I was mentioning earlier, it's like, oh, I want to clean up well. I've been thinking about all the stuff I'm going to get to do once I'm, you know, back to my normal size, whenever that turns out to be. How do I fit through doors? I mean, I can duck, you know, I can crouch and stuff, but it is pretty big. I was 200 feet tall. Now, I don't want to get that big. I think it'd be over for all of us if I was that big. Are we ever going to see my beard again? Maybe. Maybe. I hope so. I like my beard. Cerulia, thank you very much. So happy to be a part of this community, support each other and grow together. It's been almost 2 years, but I still smile every time I see you. Oh, thank you. It is quite difficult. It is quite difficult. I mean, I know I didn't choose to do this. I didn't choose to suddenly ascend to this size. But I'm suddenly realizing, like, oh yeah, you know, now that I've been this size, and now that I've had a beard, and now that I've, like, you know, looked so different, I'm suddenly realizing, oh right, I'm creating groups of people who prefer each different look of mine, and whichever one I choose will result in me disappointing the other group. Ah, fuck. Oh dear. You know? It's like, oh no, I've suddenly I know it's not my fault. You know, I didn't choose this, but I suddenly realized, like, oh man. It's like it's been, how long has it been now? Well over 6 months. November 4th was when the Demon Hungers came out, and that was when the accident happened. It's like, it's almost 8 months now. It's almost 8 months now. But even when I do wind up, because I'm not sure when it will be. I'm surprised it has been this long, to be honest. All the other times that it's happened, it tends to be kind of in the midst of battle, and it tends to kind of, you know, I tend to kind of use up a lot of the power, and it goes away quite fast. But since I've just been chilling, and then the one time I didn't chill, I kind of got boosted back up again. I don't know. It's taken like a surprising amount of time. I'm wondering if there's something about it I'm missing. You know, maybe there's something about it that I'm missing that was always present. That was always present before, but that I never had to think about. But now that I'm of conscious mind in this body, maybe there's something about it that I don't really understand. I don't know. Tender Dream, thank you for the Akasupa. I love you, my lord. Can you hear it? Yes, even all the way from up here. I can hear it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I can hear you. You're pretty no matter what. Thank you. Thank you. But I tend to worry. Yeah, I guess it's true. You know, having all sorts of different looks. But it's so out of my control. It's so out of my control, like what I'm gonna, you know, when this will happen. Because I imagine what it'll essentially be is that just one day, you know, I'm gonna wake up and maybe I'll be a little bit smaller, or maybe I'll be all the way smaller all of a sudden. I don't know. And then suddenly I'll be back to, you know, that classic 178. But then once that happens, it's only a matter of time until something goes wrong again, and then I'll be back to this. So who knows? I guess maybe it's not worth worrying about. That's another thing that I've got to remember, is that I need to kind of chill a little bit. And remember that this shit is not my fault. I need to kind of be a little bit more emotionally forgiving and remember, like, hey, you know, I'm doing the best I can. GB Prince, thank you. Always love you no matter what form you take. Thank you. And Yubo, start? What do you mean start? These are flowers for you. Oh, I like flowers. I like flowers. Thank you very much. Hope you will always be ahead on the road to happiness. I'm gonna be on my way. There's seasons, exactly. I'm a seasonal fruit. I'm like, you wouldn't harvest me in the winter. Oh my goodness. Murasaki, thank you for the Akasupa. Happy Kindred Day. Hope your voice gets better soon. I hope it does too. Ame, thank you. Oh my goodness, look at all this. Hope life treats you well. Thank you, Ame. Didier, thank you very much for the Akasupa. The man of men, emperor of emperors. The only perfect male. I'm not perfect, but I do try. Thank you. Thank you, Hanami, for the super. Here's a throat lozenge for you. Thank you. Wallflower, thank you very, very much for the super. DDR, thank you very much. Give you a big hug, touch your head. You have magic. All the pain will fly away. Oh, you look at that. I got no pain. No pain anymore whatsoever. It's quite annoying as well, because recently I've been feeling the urge. It's so annoying. It's two things, right? It's the fact that I'm not home, so I'm away from my booth, and I'm also sick, with my throat, and I've really been feeling the urge to sing, I want to practice. I want to get better at singing. I feel like I've suddenly got this, this real kind of passion for it, but I just can't at the moment. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Ling Yan, thank you very much for the Akasupa. So glad to be a kindred. Wish you'll always be happy and healthy. Thank you. What songs am I feeling? What songs am I feeling? I was listening. Oh God, I was gonna say something about something I was listening to earlier, but I can't remember what it was. Hang on a minute. Let me check this real quick. I remember what song it was. I remember what song it was. There's something in the lyrics where I thought about it. I remembered having a thought about it, and I was thinking about, I want to talk about that on stream. But I can't remember what it was now. Ah, that's annoying. Oh well. Oh well. Get that music back on. Da-da-da. Yeah. Super project out of nowhere. Thank you guys so much. This too for the Aksu for gonna rub this big soft demon. I'd have you. I love you too. The Odd Girl, thank you very much. If you can love us as worms, we'll love you in all your forms. That's true, isn't it? That's true, isn't it? I shouldn't worry, because I did that worm ASMR. Would you love me even if I was massive? Would you love me even if I killed you? Philly, thank you for the Akasupa. Waini. Satsuku, thank you very much for the Akasupa. I'm your Japanese fan. I'll be supporting you from this too. Thank you so much. Daisuki. But yeah, what music have I been feeling? Well, I was listening to. I have my liked songs on Spotify, and I always tend to, if I can't think of what else to listen to, I tend to just kind of default to whatever it's been recently. But I don't tend to like very many songs. So it tends to just be the same. My liked songs literally goes 5 days ago, April 20th, April 12th. I've say since the time I came back to streaming, I have liked one song. That's how like picky I am about what goes in there, and yet somehow there are 2,000 songs in there. One thing that I always keep getting stuck in my head. Oh yeah, I've been listening to. I told somebody at Anime Impulse, asked for a song recommendation. I told them about. Okay, there's one. I've had an idea for a karaoke I want to do at one point. I want to do a karaoke where I sing all the songs on my housework playlist that I used to listen to when I did the dishes when I was in university. You've got lots of classics on there, and I've definitely talked about that playlist before, but the first one on there is "Send Me On My Way," "Send Me On My Way," "Send Me On My Way," and I always love that. Like, that song never fails to make me smile. I would like to reach out my hand, but tell you to run. It's like from, what is it, Ice Age? I haven't actually seen Ice Age 1 in a long time. I know that song from my playlist. I don't know that from any movie. On the way, on by somebody young, pick me up where golden hell, on by sail, on by tell you to run. And I don't know, I'd love to learn how to sing that. There's a lot of songs I'd like to get good at doing. It just feels like such a fun way of expressing yourself. Mufang, thank you for the Akasupa and the end of the project. That's so kind of you guys. Thank you. When the wind chime meets the wind, it'll make a crisp bell. When I meet you, my heart begins to palpitate with excitement. I love you too. Thank you. My name is Mars. Recently became a kindred last month. I wish I could have sooner. I love you and I hope your day is going well. It is. I'm better now that I've had a chat with you all. Saisei, thank you very much. I was inspired to make a small charity stream of my own one day. You totally should. Any amount of money donated to charity is worth it. Any amount, it will make a difference. I promise you. Jen, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Dear my lord, I came late. My work is too busy. Hope we can have a wonderful night. I'm sure we can. Thank you. Shy Millie, thank you very much. Glad to see you on Kindred Day. And Worry, thank you very much. Tascato. It kind of sounded like a dog whine. I was like, actually doing chores during that karaoke, yeah. Because I think I also just need to I need to remember to put my fucking tunes on whenever I need to do chores, because I get very animated when I'm listening to music. When I'm listening to music, I get very animated and I dance a lot. And especially if I'm doing chores and I'm listening to some hype music, I'll be juggling the dishes, and I'll be like, pat, pat, pat. I'll do a little kick or some shit. So I feel like, if I really wanted to, I feel like one day far from now, if I was to do that karaoke, I would, if I had the choice, I would do it in 3D, so I can show you so I could get a little set with a sync, and the whole thing is about okay, let's see how many songs I can do before I'm done with the dishes. And the joke is that I never finish the dishes. I'm just too busy singing the songs. So I just do a little dance around, and I'm like, and pick me up where morning hell. I think that'd be so fun. Another song that's in my liked is Hurricane from Donda, and I keep thinking about the Weeknd's verse on this, especially the one at the end. I remember I sung a little bit of that just idly when we did a RuneScape member stream a long time ago. I see you in 3D, no more dark for me. I'm finally free. Finally, I'm free. I always think about that one a lot. It's really beautiful. I don't listen to enough Weeknd. He's got a really beautiful voice. Don't You Want Me is another really good one. Can't really sing that one right now because you kind of gotta put some welly into that. Oh, Aphex Twin, yeah, very relaxing. That what I always do Which was your favorite track in the Drake Kendrick beef? God, I've been wanting to talk about that for a while. I just fuck it. I know it's lame. I know it's lame. But I'm a white boy who loves hip hop, and I just like hearing that much good music come out. And I had never really given. I'd never been a fan of Drake, obviously. But I always I knew Kendrick was good. I'd heard it was like Pulitzer level and all of that, but I'd never really listened to much of his music. And so the diss tracks were like a great sort of entry point into that, and listening to Fuel, I was like, Jesus, these lyrics are insane. And obviously, I think the best one, the best one is Meet the Grahams, but because of what it says and how genuinely unsettling it is, that one is a real work of art. But I really have to say, I think Not Like Us is so brilliant for being that damning of an expose, that aggressively open about all of this person's crimes, and also being that fucking bumpable. That's the difference. Meet the Grahams is the best song, but it's a difficult listen. It's a dark, discomforting, sad song. That line. Obviously, I could never do it justice, but the one at the end, this is a battle with yourself. Insane thing to say about a person. But Not Like Us having saying shit like that about a person and have it going that hard to the point where it is in clubs across the world. I don't think it could possibly be more over for you than if a diss track about you goes that hard. I think, hasn't it broken so many records? It's broken a ton of streaming records, and all of the records are being taken off of Drake. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. It's like somebody wrote that. It's like this has all been. It's like this is the kind of the too perfect end of a movie or something. He made a diss track about a guy, and then the diss track took a load of records off of the guy. Insane. I mentioned on Twitter when someone asked me about it, I was like, this is one of the biggest moments in music history, and I was like, of course it is. I don't know, it's such a strange thing to see, such a serious thing, such a serious subject matter being talked about, all of it expressed through music. It's fucking ridiculous. It is fucking ridiculous. And the fact that, there's that Seth Rogen bit where he's doing his stand-up, and he's like, yeah, this song is getting recommended to my mom while she's working out. Her iTunes is like, hey, listen to this. That's the issue with Not Like Us as well, is it's so catchy, but it's all about it's about such a serious subject matter. You kind of can't just bump along to it in public. Oh, don't even get me started on wah. That's like the one. That's the one that you can do reliably. But me, I gotta be a little quiet. Listen to BBL Drizzy. Of course I did. That's also such a genius thing to do. Make some drums. All right, I will. All right, fuck you. I will make some drums. Hey, everybody, have a free beat. Best one gets 10 grand. Suddenly, every single artist under the sun is making their own Drake diss track. I'm sorry, they won. There was never a question. That one tweet, yeah, that's exactly the one to think about. I picked up several vocal stems from Not Like Us that are not appropriate for the public, and then they mentioned if you want to do that one line, it's certified alligator, certified crocodile. It's it just doesn't roll at all. It doesn't roll off the tongue at all. Leon Mochi, thank you very much. Thank you for being my comfort in my darkest times. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Did I hear the response? No, I didn't wind up listening to that. I tend to put off listening to music for a long time. You know, like there was that one tweet going around of like, oh, me doing an entire discography listen when I find an artist I like. I have never in my life done that. I have never once in my entire life, unless an artist has almost no music out, I have never ever sat down and listened to all of their music. For me, to listen to an album from start to finish, that's rare. That is a rare thing. That is a rare thing for me. That I have to love an artist to be able to sit down and listen to an entire album. And even then, if I love an artist, it takes me a while to like get around to it. A lot of the time, I'll just pick one song from an album and be like, yeah. This is my song. I like this one. I mean, some albums are brilliant, and I'm glad that I've like gotten around to listening to them. I mean, I mentioned a little while ago, but like listening to all of, I finally got around to it at the last off collab where everyone was in Japan. But listening to all of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy for the first time, I'd heard a lot of music from it before, but I'd never listened to it from start to finish. And I mean, fucking life changing. Like Jesus, I can't believe I hadn't like done that for myself until now. But I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Michael Jackson. Oh, Michael Jackson. Jesus. Makes me wonder if in our lifetime, if we'll ever get an artist like Michael Jackson ever again. Do you think we will? Do you think everyone is ever gonna go that fucking crazy? Do you think anyone is ever gonna be that famous again? Listen. Taylor Swift is great. I don't wanna anger the Swifties. I have nothing bad to say about Taylor Swift at all. You know, I'm not personally a fan, but I'm sure that her music is great. But Michael Jackson was different, and you need to respect that Michael Jackson was different. There are lists that list the most famous people in existence. Some of them place Michael Jackson as being more famous than Jesus. I don't want to clamp on anyone's interests. You can love whatever artist you want to love, but you must respect how different Michael Jackson was. Or another one would be the Beatles, you know, back in like the peak of Beatlemania, and how crazy that got. I mean, the thing about Michael Jackson especially is that he was famous around the world. He was famous all around the world. He had such a unique voice, and he had so many moves, you know, like the fucking moonwalk and all of that shit that were just synonymous with his image. And he looked so unique, and he had, yeah, like I said, he had such a unique voice, and so much of his music was incredible. Like, you know, I'm very much getting used to, I guess, still, you know, the incredible experience of being famous, at least somewhat, you know, in an online sense, more in a culture that I'm not a part of. I've been very lucky for that, you know, having such huge fandoms in Japan and China, for example. But it is incredible to think about Michael Jackson, how even though he only ever sung in English, literally everyone in the world knew who he was. Like, you would have to go so remote to find someone who didn't know who Michael Jackson was. And that level of fame is different, and it destroyed him, you know. Like, we know about his struggles as someone who had that much fame to the point where he was huge in Japan. Of course he was. He was huge everywhere. every single place on the planet, no matter what level of civilization it had reached, they were probably pretty familiar with Michael Jackson. And so it does make me wonder. I would love to believe that there will be another Michael Jackson, you know, someone with that much talent. But yeah, it's difficult to say. I mean, the future, there is so much of the future that we have to look forward to. Jenny, I can't quite remember if I thanked you for your Akasupa, but thank you very much. I'm glad to be your kindred. Chin chin. No matter what you do, I'll always be by your side. Thank you so much. Leon Mochi, Nodam, thank you very much. Show me Michael Jackson's moonwalk. I mean, I wish I could, but I don't know if I have that kind of talent. Yuri, the forms of entertainment have changed so much since the internet became commonplace. I guess that's true. Fame is different now. Fame is very, very different now. I mean, a lot of albums have gone on to... I mean, it's crazy that Michael Jackson passed away 15 years ago. And still, I think Thriller has, like, barely been topped by anything that's come out since. You know? It is ridiculous just how far that fame went. 15 years ago, yeah, 2009. It's been 15 years since we lost Michael Jackson. It's ridiculous. Oh, Foxy Bear, I'm really proud of you for that. Mimi, thank you. So glad to see you today. Hope you remember to take good breaks even when you're busy. I hope I will. I hope I will. So I guess, I don't know, if there's anything, I mean, we don't know. I mean, maybe we do. I don't personally remember exactly what it was, but from what I know about Michael Jackson is that he had a pretty difficult childhood. And he sort of felt like he didn't really have a childhood because he was put into the entertainment industry from such a young age. You know, and it was a combination of his sort of rigorous experience in the entertainment industry and his incredible talent that made him as famous as he was. But I think there's something to be learned from that. And, you know, I think a lot of the time, you know, I sort of feel this sometimes, is that sometimes we can kind of look at our own circumstances, and we can look at our circumstances and feel as though it makes us weaker, and we can feel like we won't have as much of a chance to achieve the things we want to achieve. But if anything, I feel as though our experiences, you know, and our own suffering, they kind of just make our successes appear in a different flavor. You'll inevitably create different things based on your lived experiences. And if you've been through something really nasty, that will inevitably inform the things that you create. I'm thinking about, what's her name? Jeanette McCurdy? The girl from, is it iCarly? Who wrote, I'm Glad My Mom Died, you know? And how she was, you know, immensely traumatized, but that work of art, you know, that incredibly successful book, would never have been written were it not for that experience. And it's not that it's good that happened, far from it. It's terrible that happened to her, but it is good to know that she, you know, like any of you, have the potential to find ownership of your own suffering. And I think it's unfortunate because we won't know how much Michael Jackson may have felt like he was able to own, you know, that suffering. And how much he was able to feel like it became a part of his identity in a positive way. But what I'd like to encourage you to accept is that, you know, you have that chance you do have a chance if you become aware of it and if you allow yourself to. It's not easy, but you can. You really can do that, you know. You can find a way to turn your suffering into something that belongs to you rather than something that happened to you. And I'm working on that too. I'm working on that at the moment as well. And, you know, some of the most beautiful, some of the most, you know, personal works of art come from the ways that we've been hurt. And I think it's a really beautiful thing to see those. Avis, remember this account? It's gone because you drew porn on stream. Why would you do that? Why would you think you would get away with that? Things you've lost will come back in an unexpected way. Also, 2-year member. Thank you very much for 2 years of membership on this account. And I hope that you manage to continue drawing porn, hopefully without risking the status of your YouTube account in the future. Godspeed, Avis. Ju Sakura, thank you very much. Missed your earlier live streams. That's okay. Glad to see you now. Okay, because I'm feeling soft today. You can have a little kiss. Of course you can. What? Will we have assets stream after you recover? Hopefully we'll have it at some point soon. It is literally cursed. I was thinking maybe of doing it by surprise today, you know, saying like, hey, it's Kindred Day, why don't we take a look at some assets you've made? But then I was a bit worried. That like, because my plan was, I was like, if I don't call it the asset stream, maybe it won't be cursed. Maybe it won't be cursed, and then we won't have to worry about, maybe, you know, then we can actually do the stream. But I realized, oh, if I'm about to start it, and then I'm sure the people who've drawn assets will probably want to know in advance so they can watch it. And I was like, oh, I would feel bad if, like, you know, it happened and someone who drew an asset like wasn't there to watch it. So it will be like kind of scheduled a day in advance when it does happen. Misty, I know a good, what are you saying? I know a good karaoke set list you could sing for the next time you do one some days. The FNAF Tombstone songs, that would be fun. We're waiting every night, so finally Roman invite newcomers to play with us. For many years we've been all alone. Remember the members ASMR stream that was cursed too? Oh yeah, it did take a while, but then when it did, oh boy, started a whole chain reaction of very interesting streams. What happens in members ASMR stays in members ASMR, thank God. May those secrets stay with us to our graves. Certainly sometimes. Yet another good reason to purchase membership. This we solemnly swear. Hey, you know, you don't get to take back what you did then. And neither do I. It's on the internet forever. But hey, I've got to be kind of proud of that. Lava, thank you very much. Happy Kindred Day, and a happy Kindred Day to you too. Happy Kindred Day to you too. I think I might have, I don't know. I've been getting like a really sharp pain in one of my ribs. It definitely feels like a pain in the bone. I'm wondering if I might have like, you know, I was doing a lot of like very physical work. I'm wondering if I might have like hurt myself or something like that. It's not bad. Pulled a muscle. No, it kind of feels like I might have not broken it, but it's not stress pain. Don't worry. I'm not having stress related pains. I feel fine. But it's like, yeah, it's a lot of physical work. I can kind of think about what it might have been, but you know, it's interesting to pick something like that up. Sounds like there's a couple having a domestic in the next room. Oh dear. Pammy, have you listened to Joji? I have. In fact, there was, as it turns out, there was a, what is it? It's fine. So, at Anime Impulse, during the panel, there was a, at the panel there was a question where it was like we had to guess song lyrics, and there was a Joji song. It was Glimpse of Us, and nobody knew it, and then I buzzed in and I was like, I'm just here spending time in her arms, hoping I'll find a glimpse of us, and then I got it right. So yeah, Joji's pretty cool. Tifa, good luck with your classes today. Suzume, thank you for the Akasupa, really really kind of you. Snotaku, thank you for the gifted. Sai, thank you very much. My big teddy bear. Let me make biscuits on your body. That sounds like a lyric from. Sounds like a lyric from an old song, like. Hey baby, I know how to do a massage. Let me make biscuits on your body. I can imagine hearing that in the club. Let me make biscuits on your body. Biscuits on your body. I can imagine hearing that in the club. Yeah, I'd be listening with my ear up against the wall as well. But I'm talking to you right now. I'm in a conversation with my favorite people on the planet. Kind of reminds me of that fucking. Song was on the surprisingly it was Jean-Luc when we were in the car. It was the DJ. He was playing something. At one point he played that song and I've had it stuck in my head for a while, the one that goes like, God, what it was like 2010s. Slow down, grab the wall, wiggle like you're trying to make your ass fall off, gas pedal, stupidest fucking song ever. But I don't know. It kind of scratches an itch, you know what I'm saying? Gas pedal. Stupid shit. Lays, thank you for the super. I should say thank you for being the foundation to the clan. May we continue to inspire each other for many years to come. I'm sure we will. Taru, we had a massive rainstorm yesterday and I got to blast Hosier's to Selby, and the vibes were immaculate. Rain really does create some interesting vibes. You know what I've been doing? It's been this way for me for years. I've probably talked about this before. My go-to for when I'm anxious is I listen to the Omori soundtrack. There's a Spotify playlist of all of the more relaxing songs from it, and there's one called Spaces in Between near the beginning of the playlist. It goes. And that's all it is. And I sometimes, if I'm feeling really stressed out, I'll just kind of loop that song over and over and over again, and it really helps me calm down a lot of the time. It's a very good one. It's a really good one. Yeah, no, I would play Omori again, but I would play Omori on stream, but the thing is I've already played it. I've already beaten it, so there's not much that I could really glean from it, and it's a long fucking game. It's like a 40-hour game, so that's like a lot to commit to for a stream. I'll tell you what though, I've been feeling very inspired by the well, fine. I've been feeling very inspired by the what's going on in there? Can you guys hear that? It's alright. We can't tell what they're saying. That's fine. can't? Okay, that's good. Okay, so what was I going to say? Oh shit, what was I going to say? No, see, I wasn't like, listen, I wasn't trying to figure out what they were saying. I was trying to check and see if you could hear what they were saying so that I could tell, oh, you know, I don't have to, because I would have turned my mic down to give them their privacy, you know? 'Cause I don't want to broadcast that. That'd be mean. That would be very mean. Yeah, God, what was I going to say? Mori OST. Oh, yes. I was going to say, I'm feeling very inspired by, I don't watch him myself, but I have a lot of respect for Kai Cenat and his Elden Ring marathon. Like 160-hour stream where he died 1,700 times to beat Elden Ring. That is some cool shit, and making the whole set and everything. That shit is really, really cool. I'd love to try that at some point. But I guess the issue there is kind of that, you know, as a you know, verified, bona fide From Software veteran, obviously I couldn't really do that with another FromSoft game. Maybe fucking Dark Souls 2. Fuck Dark Souls 2. I mean, it's a good game, but it's hard. But yeah, I would like to try something like that, to turn it into a real event. But obviously it's difficult to do those on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. Hopefully, if, I don't know, maybe one day YouTube will allow stream VODs that are longer than 12 hours. Maybe one day. I'd love to try. Hey, the thing about Elden Ring, the thing about all Souls games, the skill issue, everyone has a skill issue at the beginning. That's the thing. Everyone. Excuse me. Everyone who starts Elden Ring or any FromSoft game is bad at the beginning. Once you play it, the whole thing about the game is overcoming that immense challenge, okay? Anyone can do it. Anyone. Even you. Even you. Give it a go. Come on, give it a go. Rosalinda, thank you. Meeting you was a dream come true. Anime Impulse, also nerve-wracking. Being with the other Kindred calm me down a lot. They are very calming like that. It was lovely to meet you too. Snotaku, thank you for the gifted. 2 chicken. Oh, you chicken. I see the new trailer for the DLC. I did. I watched like half of it and then I needed to get started on stream. But it looks really cool. I just love FromSoft and how they do their shit, you know, and how they just have this imagery that's always so freaky and so weird, and it just makes you wonder, like, what the hell is that doing there? You know? It's like, what the hell? Yes, do it. Get Smeldon Ring. Get Sheldon Ring. Young Sheldon Ring. He died. Young Sheldon died in the finale of Young Sheldon. He was murdered in a terrible accident. God rest young Sheldon. God knows how regular Sheldon came to be after young Sheldon died, but you know. My baby blue. I guess I get what I deserve. How does that song go? Boom, 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 boom. Kept you waiting there too long, my love. All that time without a word. Did you really think that I'd forget? My baby blue. Oh God. Oh, they're yelling. They're going crazy in there. Maybe I don't know. Oh. Something's going on. I ain't dropping no eaves, sir, honest. I'm just a bit worried. There is like a tiny part of me, nah, surely not. There is a tiny part of me that thinks they're like, you know, there's a tiny little part of me that thinks that they're like yelling at me. But I'm not being loud. I'm practically like, hey everybody, welcome back to the stream. Today we're going to be making chocolate cake. Mia, thank you for the super. June Psycho. Sunny, thank you very much. Happy Kindred Day, you've helped me plenty of times. Haven't seen you for a while, sometimes I feel I can't stop getting close. Don't worry, you'll be seeing a lot more of me this year. Once I get my shit figured out. And thank you. What we have once enjoyed deeply, we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes part of us. Happy anniversary of Kindred Day. Thank you, Anne, for the Akasoup. I appreciate it. Yeah, and they're not yelling at me. I'm being quiet. Chocolate cake. Pei-chan, thank you for the Akasoup. Happy Kindred Day. Love you all. Hope you get well soon. Thank you very much, Pei-chan. That's so kind of you. Love you too. Yeah. Oh yeah, new wave got announced. That's exciting, right? These new guys seem really cool. I had a little chat with, I haven't had a chance to chat with them on VC yet, but they seem like really, really cool people. They seem like really cool people, and they're getting along very, very well with everybody. What's his name? Baron von Poopenfart. He's pretty funny. I didn't realize he had the old samurai garb on like me. So I've asked him. So he and I had a little chat, and like once we're able to, we've talked about doing some kind of collab where we'll both have like, you know, like the hat on and everything, but I'll be like his samurai dad, you know, and he could be like my samurai son, and I'll be like Kratos, and I'll be like, get in the boat, boy, you know, and then we can and then I'll be like, boy. Like, can you imagine? I haven't decided on a game yet, but like, can you imagine, like, don't starve together or something like? We're like, boy, we have to hunt for deer, boy. I don't know what that. And he's like, oh, why are you talking like that? I'm like, boy, you have to go and get the deer, boy. I'm hungry. I'm obsessed with the Kratos TikTok where it's like supposed to be him and his son doing the cake or real thing, and he's like, boy, I think that this one is real. It's cake. And he's like, no. And he screams. He's like, this one must be cake. It's real. No. I want Kratos. Give me Kratos. Depends on the weapon and the man. Depends on the weapon and the man. I love that. I love God of War so much. I still haven't played that DLC they did. They did the DLC, like the Valhalla one. I still haven't played that. I need to get around to that.
Only game I'm playing on my PS5 is Tekken at the moment. Yeah, it was like a free DLC. I think it came out like the same day it was announced. Am I still Gary? Yes, actually. I played a whole bunch after the stream we did, where I got to Garyu, and I dropped out of Garyu quite fast because I had a one session where I was just losing. My ass was just losing constantly all the fucking time, you know. My ass was losing 24/7, and God, they're yelling over there. But I just had a massive loss streak. I went all the way back down to Destroyer, but then the next day I woke up and I was like, alright, fuck you. And I got back in, and then I almost hit Shinryu, actually. I almost made it to Shinryu, which is quite interesting. And you know, despite how tricky the game can be sometimes, all I know is fucking YouTuber Main Man Sui talking about Kazuya, and he's like, listen, if you can get to Garyu with a character like Kazuya, you need to add like 10 ranks to that. And I'm like, okay, yes, I'm going to choose to believe that I'm actually like Fujin or whatever it is. The amount of work it takes to get to there with a character like Brian or Kazuya is so much more than with Azucena. So I'm like, alright, yeah, you know what? I am Fujin, actually, sure, I believe it. Actually, Fujin isn't even 10. One's 10 ranks above Garyu. Shinryu, Tenryu, Mighty. It's like Bushin. Yeah, I'm Tekken King. Yeah, I'm Tekken King already. I've been playing the game for like a month. Yeah, I'm Tekken King. Easy, because the YouTuber said so. I do always take that. Yeah, I do always like fuck myself over with that. Because sometimes I wonder, like, if I mained like fucking Victor or something like that, what rank would I be by now? I feel like I'd have a much easier time. So having to like Weiwu every time, or if I had like an easy launcher instead of needing to pull off an electric every time I want to get a launch. But you know what? It's fine. I love Kazuya. He's my guy. Just pick Eddie and press 3. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a 3D. It was a wonderful stream. I've had a really wonderful stream. Yeah, it's been so nice to reconnect with everybody. Yeah, playing your fave is more fun. I just love, yeah, it's the character fantasy. Because he's literally me. He's literally me, you know? I love Kazuya. He's so sick. Just this fucking evil bastard. And he's like, Literally me. I'm him, okay? Pinkalicious Bunny, thank you very much for the super. It was great to meet you, Anatomy Impulse, as well. The daddy bracelet has been given to house arrest, Pape. Very good. Okay. Easy, thank you. How many bees are there in a beehive? Between 40 to 80,000, I think. I saw this random article get recommended to me that was like, this little girl thought that there were monsters in the attic. Turns out it was 40,000 bees. And I was like, fuck me, man. That's so many bees. That is so many bees. That is fucking ridiculous. It's like, no matter what you're going through, okay? No matter what you're going through in life, I want you to comfort yourself by saying, now listen, I might be going through all this, there might be all of this bad stuff going on, but you know, actually, I'm quite lucky because at the very least, there aren't 40,000 bees in my attic. 40,000 fucking bees. How many bees do you need? you know that's almost the population of fucking Greenland? 60,000 people live in Greenland. That many bees in your own attic. What the fuck? You know what I need that many bees for? I need that many bees. It'd be cool to have like bee powers, you know? So if someone comes over and they're like, oh my god, my lord, you should eat me, I'm like, go, swarm of bees. Be gone from my sight. Boy, be gone from my sight, lest I sting you with a bee. Easy, thank you for the super. Lorax Riz. Cause you're all I need. Everybody needs a need. Poppy, thank you very much. Wallflower, thank you. Drink tea with lemon and honey. I have, yeah, I've been lem sipping. It's all been alright. The whispering's really helping with your period cramps. Well, good. I'm glad I can help you a little bit. Wrong. Bee attack. The bees. Boy, go and hunt the deer. Watch out for the bee wizard. What do you mean, the bee wizard? Boy, the bee wizard is here. Watch out, he's coming. He's going to hit you with his bee attack. No. Ah. And that would be a disaster, wouldn't it? And that would be a problem. You ever wonder what would happen? Wouldn't that be so funny if like if there was if I was doing a stream one day, you know? What if I was doing a stream, okay? And then on that stream, suddenly I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god. And you can hear me like running around, and then there is an absolute cacophony of like there's a cacophony of that as well. There's a cacophony of that as well. There's an absolute cacophony of bees. You just hear flying around. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Ah, fuck. Ah. And I'm like, no, what the fuck? And I'm just running around. And then, you know, like that's the rest of the stream is me just like being chased by a swarm of 70,000 bees. I wonder what that would do. You know, what would the lasting impact on VTuber culture be from the bee stream, the random bee event? Do one of those ASMR streams where I get a cheese grater and then I run like an iron chain across it and I just play a sound that goes do 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 do. It's like classical music. I think one of my favorite classical songs, I really like, I don't know, Claire de Lune is really beautiful personally. Claire de Lune is really nice. I keep thinking about that one. I don't know. Wasn't there a song that turned that into a trailer? Or a trailer that turned that into a trailer song? Like Jurassic Park or something? Ah yeah, Debussy. Thank you, Debussy, for creating this beautiful piece for us. Speaking of Debussy, Asta's new outfit is fucking crazy. Animation was crazy as well. Animation is insane. can't imagine like what the production cycle on that must have been like, but it was really, really impressive stuff. And like, yeah, I just think it's cool, like having a boy's outfit be like that feminine. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. Kiryu. In the past I've been attacked by bees, so not such a good memory, and I ended at the hospital with another classmate. I hope you're feeling better, and you're not feeling too traumatized by bees. Hold on guys, I'm gonna just go get a drink of water, one sec. Shit. Fuck, I'm muted. Oh, I was muted for ages. I was making all sorts of funny noises. Oh no. That's funny. Yeah, Mega, I answered your question about Darling in the Franxx. Yeah, it's a fun show. SSE and Red Suns. Oh man, that's so funny. So I was like, who's kissing without me? And then I went like, I was like, doing my little snoring noise. Kidding, Anne, thank you. You were traumatized by buzzing. Okay, I'll stop making bee jokes. Don't worry, you can relax. There are no bees here. There are no bees here apart from what I get in my, apart from, my grades. Usually bees, to be honest. I was never much of an academic. That's Vanilla, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad too. I'm having a wonderful time today. Oh, B is not bad. B is above a passing grade, at least in the UK. The C is a passing grade in the UK. Hello, my name is Michael with a B. There's a B. Lumen, dear, thank you. Hope your throat can get better. Me too, I'm fucking pissed off. I want my throat better now, please. Please. I want better. saw on Twitter that Mary and Albin are going to be watching all of Skibbity Toilet, and I just have to wish them luck. I appreciate Skibbity Toilet for being, you know, a piece of SFM animation that is, like, you know, popular with the kids. I don't know if I could watch that shit all the way through. I'm being real with you. I feel like I would just lose it after a while. Gio Sakura, thank you very much. I'm glad I can bring joy to your day. Little token of appreciation. Thank you. Skibbity Toilet. Skibbity Toilet. I feel like of all things, Skibbity Toilet isn't the thing that worries me the most about, you know, entertainment for Gen Alpha. Really, I think like the big thing about, you know, the new generation is just short form entertainment. Because, I mean, attention span's low already, but I just really feel for, because I feel like it's affecting me too, you know, like, smartphones are a big part of that. Smartphones are a big part of, like, a low attention span. Like, think about your smartphone, right? Think about your phone and how often when you're out and about or when you're at home, the second that you have spare time, you whip your phone out. You go to check your messages, you go to check Twitter, you go to just look at TikTok or whatever it is. Just stop and notice that next time. Think about the nanosecond that you have a spare minute, you will instantly pull your phone out. And it makes sense. You know, we don't know how to be bored anymore. We have access to just infinite information, infinite entertainment all the time. And yeah, like, when I go out and I've, like, left my phone, I tend to be like, I tend to feel really, like, antsy. It's like I feel like I need to check it, you know? And I always get, like, anxious about what's going on if I can't check my phone. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like I was saying earlier. I do have to limit my social media usage because I think for a guy like me, it does tend to affect me quite a lot. And thank you very much. Fight bees all day long. No, don't fight bees. Just keep them away. They have a job to do. They need to pollinate. You told me, thank you very much. It'll be your birthday in a few days. Thank you for being here. You may think of it as nothing special, but you changed my life in so many ways. You changed my life too. Thank you. Am I okay? I'm okay. I have a cough. I just have a cough unavoidably. It's just one of those things. Fight hornets. Yeah, fuck hornets. Get them out of here. Blowtorch. Flamethrower. An advanced kind of fidget. Yeah, it kind of is like something you're fidgeting with, isn't it? Like me, I literally just get like this dopamine response, you know? Got my phone in my pocket and I'm just like, ooh, I can check it now. I just pull it out. I get like 5 seconds. Worst thing for me is because I'm on that Hearthstone grind, I like, the moment I think I have like at least, the moment I think I might have some time spare, I pull out Battlegrounds, and it's like each one of those is like 20 fucking minutes long. And it's like 20 fucking minutes of just, you know, of sitting there, and it's like, wow, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice my rating if I wind up needing to go somewhere. I was playing a game while I was on the train a while ago, and I had a really good build going. I had a really, really good stuff going. I was having so much fun, and then we went into a tunnel. And it disconnected, and I lost it, and I was like, fuck. I didn't do that, I was on a train, but inside my head, I was like, and in real life, I was like, I didn't react at all, because, you know, it was a publicly acceptable reaction to something stupid happening on your phone. But in my head, I was like, it was fucking crazy. It was mad. It was mad how that happened. It was mad. Lydia, thank you for the gifted. Sugar, thank you so much. few days ago was your birthday. Oh, thank you so much, Sugar. I appreciate it. Miss your voice so much, and I miss you too. Thank you very much. I really said. Bitch. Again, bitch. I'm obsessed. I watched that donkey video where he leaks Donda. That was the funniest shit ever. I love that. He's like, guys, it's the Donda drive. And he pretends to leak the album, but with just a load of like, but then he has the Glob Go Gab Collab. I am the Glob Go Gab Collab, the shrubble double dibble double flibber blop blop. And it turns out that Kanye actually did sample the Glob Glow Gab collab in Donda. And I love the theory that they saw the donkey stream, thought it was an actual leak, realized it wasn't, and then heard the Glob Glow Gab collab, and then Kanye sampled it. I would love to believe that's true, because because that's in the song. What song is it? Remote Control? I am the Glob Glow Gab collab, the shrubble dabble dibble babble fibble flap blap. And Donkey leaked it. He pretended to leak it. He just put that in as a joke, and then it turned up in the album for real. Really, Andrew? You love the Glob Go Gab collab? I fucking hate him. I think he's disgusting. I can't stand him. Shibble chapple dibble double flipper blap blap. Alright, thank you very much. And Phoenix, thank you very much. He looks like raw chicken, exactly. Should throw that man in the pan. Throw that man in the pan with some fucking vegetable oil and just be done with it. Sizzle him until he tastes like grill. Bill. Take that bread to the mill. Tastes so good. It could kill. Trying to sell this bread. I'm not a shill. But you take a bite. And it's a thrill. Wow. Dropping my diss track on the Glob Go Gab collab. What would I even say? How am I going to make a diss track? I can barely get his name out without stuttering. Munami, thank you for the gift. And there's another great moment from that stream where he was like, in one of the songs, he's like, yeah, hey, yeah. One of the songs is like 40 seconds of, I'm about to go crazy. Yeah, hey, yeah, okay, hey. And then the first thing he says, I had a smile on my face when I walked into the place. And then Donkey goes, whoa, no way he said that. There's no fucking way he said that. That's not. No, that's gonna change up the whole game. It's gonna change up the whole game. But did it? Did Orange Tesla change up the whole game? Shribble dabble flibble blubble blubble blap blap. I had another chuckle over the Maha recently. I watched it again, and I chuckled just as much as I did the first time. You know, that's why I think that Awesome was going, and that's one of the reasons why I really think that it's one of the all-time great memes, because it literally never gets old. I think it's understated enough that it's not played out enough that you can always go back to it and laugh. But it's just the setup and the sound it makes is so brilliant. The way it's just the context of the story. He's drunk. He's been awake all night. He's been awake all night working, and he had this in the morning, and he took sleeping pills to try and sleep, and they didn't work. So he is sat in that chair, piss drunk, and he is on sleeping pills that have not yet put him to sleep, and he is trying to act. Action, please. The French. Alright, cut. The line is, the French champagne. Always been celebrated for its excellence. That is the line. Nothing more complicated. He goes, it sounds like he's being thrown into a fucking vat of eels. Sounds like he's falling to his doom. Like that. That in itself is quiet agony. That is misery. That is raw, unremitting, just fucking pain. That is the most pained I've heard a person sound. It is brilliant. And following up with the French. The French. It's timeless. It's brilliant. Nice. Anyway, I'm getting a bit sleepy now, so I think I'm gonna call it for the night. But I've had a really lovely time chatting with you all. I should have some time to stream a bit more. I should have some time to stream a bit more over the next few days at least. But I do still have lots and lots of offline work to do, so we'll see. I'm gonna probably not make a schedule just so I don't do my old habit of over-promising. But I had a lot of fun today. I had quite a lot of fun, and I've got my little setup going now with this monitor and this lovely microphone, so who knows? Maybe we'll get around to some of the ones that I couldn't do last time, like Shinkansen Zero or the YouTube poop stream. So yeah, I'll get around to that. But thanks very much everyone for coming out today. I had a lovely time. You all make me so happy, and I missed you all very, very much, and I will continue to miss you after today as well. I'm in the process now of getting my shit together for real. Dokito, thank you for the Arca Super, darling. I appreciate it so much. Kamaki, thank you very much as well. I'm in the process of getting my shit together for real. I feel like I understand a lot of my issues better now, and hopefully in the next couple of months or so I can settle back down, get back home, and I can really give myself to actually maintaining a consistent schedule again, because I miss it really deeply, and I want to just jump back in and be around you a lot more often. So let's hope. Okay, let's hope. You hope, and I will do my best. Neko-chan, thank you for the Aka Super. I hope you can, and thanks to your presence, I can do my best. I love you too. Youngshu, thank you. Kiwi, thank you very much. Sabina, thank you. Masato, Stelak, and Fern, thank you so much. And Yana, thank you very much. Okay. All worried, anime freak, Nyan something, thank you very much. Arigato. I'm not sure what that other word means, but I'm sure it's nice. Thank you very much. And freak, thank you very much. Okay. Cough's been a lot worse in this one stream than it has been like all day. It's weird. Akuma, thank you. And Moeko, thank you very much. Oh, tomorrow is Kiss Day. Well, maybe I better stream again. Gotta collect some of those. Muli, thank you for the Oxyber. Miss you too. Take care, I love you. Okay, alright. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna look after myself, rest my voice, and maybe I'll see you soon. Who knows? knows? I'll put waiting rooms up and tweet about them as and when I can. So I'll see you soon. I love you, okay? Thank you for waiting for me, and I promise you what I've got cooking, you're gonna love it. I promise you, you're gonna love it. Mio and PS14, thank you very much. Oh, Remy, thank you for the Akasupa. Thank you for today's stream. Oh, special and lovely day to spend with you. I love you too. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll see you soon. It was really nice to spend Kindred Day together, and I hope to see you all very soon. And I'm personally looking forward to when I get to spend Kindred Day with you next year, and the year after that, and the year after that. Okay? So I'll see you then. Bye bye. I won't see you then. I'll see you soon, much sooner than next year. unless I touch a wood, I won't fall into a fucking coma. I've had enough bad luck. Alright. See you soon. Can you hear the song? I can't. Oh, there is no song. Okay, wait, hold on. Sal, thank you for the Akasupa. Really kind of you. Thank you so much. Hang on. There you go. Can you hear that? No BGM, what a bang. Hey. Oh, there it is. Right. See you soon.